Hare Krishna. So today is most auspicious day, being the appearance day, Abirbhav Tithi Mahotsav of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Namo Bhaktivinodhaya Sachidananda Murtaye Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. I offer my obeisances to you, O Bhaktivinoda, the form of eternity, Sachidananda, knowledge and bliss, the incarnation of Gaura's potency, and the best of the followers of Rupa Goswami. So the transcendental identity of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explained in this prayer, this pranam mantra of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Is being revealed his eternal family lineage. Radha Krishna, the eternal couple, divine couple, the foremost servant, maid servant, Sakhi, is Lalita, Lalita Sakhi, whom we also celebrated her appearance day few days before, 2 days before Radhastami. Did you discuss Lalita Devi? Yes? Remove. Another? Oh, but Lalita Sakhi, according to the Vaishnava calendar, she appeared the day before Radharani. That is a different kalpa, but originally Lalita Sakhi, she's 27 years older. So they said 27 days. She's 14 years, 8 months, 27 days old. That means Radharani is what? 14 years, 8 months. So Lalita Sakhi, she is the Shishya Guru of Srimati Radharani, in a sense that she will teach Radharani how to dress herself, how to be composed, especially if Krishna will be late for their meeting. So Lalita Sakhi will tell Radharani to behave yourself. Don't show that you are so eager to see your beloved. No. She is in that mood. Another name of Lalita Sakhi is Anugraha. She's like the shadow of Radharani. She's always behind Radharani. She will teach Radharani how to put on her sari and put also kajal. She's very expert in that one. Her costume or her attire is that of like peacock color, peacock feather, the color. And the main follower of Lalita Sakhi is Rupa Manjari. So it says that we're all Rupanugas. That means ultimately we're followers of Lalita Devi. Yeah? And the main assistant of Rupa Manjari is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Yugala Sevaya Shirasha Mandale Niyuktakara Amai Lalita Sakira Ayogya Kinkari Vinoda Chachire Chariche Pai. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote, Bhaktivinoda holds your feet and asks you to engage this unworthy servant of Lalita Sakhi in the service of the divine couple while they are performing the Rasa Lila. So in this song, Siddhi Lalasa in his Gita Mala, also Bhaktivinoda Thakur gives his eternal spiritual identity as Kamala Manjari, the servant of Sri Rupa Manjari. So Manjaris, they are younger by age compared to the Sakhis or the immediate cowherd girlfriends of Srimati Radharani. Out of 3 billion gopis, 16,000 are prominent. Out of 16,000, 108 are prominent. Out of 8, 64 are prominent. Out of 64, how many? 48. And then 16, and then 8, and then 4, and then 2, and then Srimati Radharani. So Radharani's immediate servant is Lalita. Then Lalita's immediate servant is Rupa Manjari. And then Rupa again, assisted by this Manjari, Kamala Manjari. They're about 12, 13 years old. Young, very young. They're, is it compared to, like in the Tulsi, there's what you call Manjari. It says that, Krishna, they're all these different assistants. They're all like creepers and leaves and twigs. But in the main petal, the flower, the center is Radha and Krishna. So here, Kamala Manjari, that is the eternal form, Siddha Sarup of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the servant of Sri Rupa Manjari. Her kunja is in the bower of Lalita, Brajanan Sukhada Kunj, where she sets the standard of worship to the divine couple. In some of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, the other elderly gopis, the Sakhis, are not allowed, but the younger ones, they can be there because of their innocence. Varane tarit Vasataravali Kamala Manjari Nama Sari Baru Varsha Vayas Satata Swananda Shukada Dhamma. My bodily hue is like that of a lightning, and I wear a sari, the color of a clear night sky, sprinkled with stars. I am 12 and a half years old, and I lived in Swadana Sukhada Kunja. Some of the Acharyas, they reveal their own identity. How about Srila Prabhupada? Did he reveal his identity? In some ways. In some ways. But in our prayers of the Guru Vastakam, that was composed by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, it says that the spiritual masters, they are enjoying in the kunja, nikunja. Nikunja yuno ratikeli siddhyai. Usually they are cowherd boys or they are cowherd maidens. But Srila Prabhupada didn't really reveal. Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati, somehow also. But nevertheless, we don't need to. In due course of time, we will also be revealed, just like our spiritual master. his eternal relationship also with the Supreme Lord, the identity. So there is a need of the appearance of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in those days, because after the disappearance, winding up of the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and his other associates like Sarup Damodar, Ramananda Roy, the six Goswamis, Srinivas Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, Shyamananda Prabhu. It's like there was a dark age. The dark age means the religious practice became obscured, became covered up somehow or other. And the Gaudiya Vaishnavism seems to be practically non-existent. Like whenever there is a decline of religious practice, and irreligious practice, and the Dharma, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, then the Supreme Lord will come to protect his devotees also, and to annihilate the demons. He will come. But then again, not all the time the Supreme Lord will come, and at times he will send his pure representative, most confidential servitor. So there are many what you call apasampradayas appeared. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also identified about practically all of them. Aul Baul, Kartavaja, Neriya, Daravesa, Shain Sahadya, Sakiveki, Smarta, Jatagoshali, Ativari, Churyadhari, Gauranga, Nagari, Totakahi, Eteror, Sanganahikari. If you count them, I believe, if I'm still remembering, there's about 13 of them. Is that correct, Mohan Rupa Prabhu? 13 apasampradayas? 13. But mostly we describe them nowadays as sahajas, just to narrow it down. Sahaja means one who takes religious practices very cheaply. So in those days, at least 200 years ago, during Bhaktivinoda Thakur's time, there were these different kinds of practitioners of religion, but not genuine. More of pretenders, more of practicing it in a way which is taking it very cheaply. So many upper class Bengali in different societies in West Bengal specifically, they were shocked. They were disgusted by the practice of these different heretical sects, and came to identify as Mahaprabhu's religion. But definitely they're belonging to the category of very low class. However, the uneducated people, they consider them to be genuine. In India, it's very easy also to do some kind of performance. And those who are uneducated and they don't know the difference between genuine and real, they will consider them to be perfected beings or liberated souls. Some of them, they dress like gopis, even though they're men. I've seen them in Kumbh Mela. Some of them, red saris. So, yeah, Totaradas Babaji named 13 such heretical sects. So the most magnificent incarnation, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, took pity on these bewildered persons, and in order to reclaim them for this path of divine love, sent his eternal associate, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, into this world. Possessed of superhuman prowess, the Thakur wrote more than 100 books in several different languages with the goal of defeating all the unorthodox views opposed to the true doctrine of Mahaprabhu's religion. It is also considered that Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur to be the seventh Goswami. Yeah? Even though he was in Grihastha ashram. A Goswami technically means that one who controls his senses, controller of the mind. Not Godas. Godas is the opposite. Godas means servant of the senses. So he's completely controlled his senses and mind and intelligence. But in the beginning, it didn't show immediately, but he belonged to a very aristocratic family. But somehow all the wealth was taken, even the land where they lived, after the grant from the grandmother's side. The grant of the land was taken away, it was used up. So somehow also he lived in a seemingly poverty-stricken life. He didn't want to be like in the business, because he knew that in business dealings there's a lot of cheating going on. Usually they will say, "Oh, Prabhuji, for you I don't make profit." You must have heard this in Loy Bazaar. When you go there sometimes, "Oh, Prabhuji, no problem. As you like, as you like. For you I don't make profit." But how can they survive if they don't make profit? They will put a discount, and then they will, actually the margin is still high. So instead, he chose to take the profession of a teacher. So in the beginning, some of these eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Lord Krishna, in the beginning they don't show that actually they are Nitya Siddhas, eternally liberated souls. But there will be some signs in the early ages as well. As we've read, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote over 100 books. Like our Srila Prabhupada, but he was predicted by an astrologer that he will build 108 temples. And one astrologer also, when he was shown a picture of Prabhupada, says, "Yes, this person is a great personality. He will build a house in which the whole world can live in." When they show this picture in Navadvip, just not seeing Srila Prabhupada. One disciple also showed Srila Prabhupada's photo to a Saivite, followers of Lord Shiva. And immediately, because he has some mystic power, so he took a piece of thread, he measured Prabhupada's face, he measured Prabhupada's, the ear to ear, he measured like this, and says, "Do you have another photo with his full picture, the whole body?" And then he measured again. "Oh yes, this person is a great personality. He embodied the four sampradayas. I want to be with him." So the devotee, the disciple says, I thought you want to go to Lord Shiva, because he's a follower of Lord Shiva. Yes, when I go and see Lord Shiva, I will ask him, I want to go with this person. Yes. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is like that also. Right from the early age, he learned English. He is very fond of learning English. He studied in an English medium school, being established by the King of England at that time. And also he would be teaching. His grandfather also is a mystic, and he was instructed by his grandfather in many ways that later on also he would be given the highest position for an Indian citizen under the British rule. Became a magistrate. The magistrate is the highest position one can have. You cannot have more than that, because the Britishers are afraid that if you give them more position, they may take over and overrule. He has some power due to his studying of the scriptures. He knows Persian language, he knows Urdu, and he would translate also later on books of the Goswamis and different literatures from Sanskrit into Bengali. But he was not finding Chaitanya Charitamrita. He was looking for Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is again because of the religious practices has been lost or forgotten, that eventually later on, while he was in Calcutta, he was given the Srimad Bhagavatam with the original commentator, Sridhar Swami's commentaries, and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then after reading Chaitanya Charitamrita many times, that he was convinced that this is the main religion for the age. He was convinced that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none different than Lord Sri Krishna. He had two wives, as we mentioned earlier also. He was a grihasta. Only in the last few days of his life that he renounced everything. During his grihasta life, also his second wife gave birth to Bimala Prasad in Jagannath Puri. That we know the story that he was praying for a ray of Vishnu. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was praying for an empowered personality who can help in spreading the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So even in the very early age, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he would help his uncle, who is an editor in a newspaper, English newspaper. He would help him also review and read all of these different writings, that this became the medium whereby he will be able to use later on. His schedule is amazing. Let me see again. We always try to describe his schedule. He would only sleep for 3 hours. I've read a lecture of Srila Prabhupada that he would sleep from 8 o'clock till 12 o'clock. This is his schedule. What time do we sleep? 10:30? 11 o'clock? Huh? I know some brahmacharis, they do that. That's why they don't come for Mangalartik. This is his schedule. 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That means 2 hours of rest. Prabhupada says we should take rest around 5 to 6 hours so that our body will be rested, our mind will be rested. When we say body rest, taking rest means the mind is taking rest also. It's not that the body is there and then your mind is going everywhere, then you cannot sleep. Then from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. he will write. It's like the same schedule as Srila Prabhupada, isn't it? And then he would chant his rounds from 4:30 a.m. till 7 a.m. 7 a.m. till 7:30 correspondence he would write. Prabhupada also, he wrote thousands of letters, correspondence. 7:30 till 9:30 a.m. he would study the sastras. Then 9:30 to 10 a.m. he will take bath, prasadam. This is his prasadam. Half liter of milk, fruit, and 2 chapatis. Not like here. Every day is a feast. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. court duties. How many of you have been to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's ashram, residence in Godrumadweep? You've seen there is a railway track there? So the British government, they built that railway track so that it'll be convenient for Bhaktivinoda Thakur to go to do his duties. They never done that to anybody in India, only to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So as soon as there must be as soon as he gets there, then zoom, then come back. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. court duties. It says also that he's so expert as a magistrate, as a court judge, that for others it will take days, even months, to solve a case. But for Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he would do it in few hours. No, nothing under the table. No bakshish. Then 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. he will refresh at home. And then he will go back again to work from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Court duties. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. he will translate Sanskrit sastras to Bengali. And then from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. he will again take a bath, and then prasadam, and half liter of milk, rice, and 2 chapatis again. Not like a Govardhan prasad. Sometimes we've seen our brahmacharis, they eat, like Govardhan. So this is the summary. He will sleep for 3 hours, write for 8.5 hours, japa and study for 4.5 hours, and he will work for 6 hours. Completely absorbed. Just like Srinivas Acharya says, Nana sastra vicharanai kanipuno saddharma samstapako lokanam hitakarinau tribhubane manya saranya karo vande rupa sanatana raghuyugo si jiva gopalako. So the same thing, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he would write and study deeply the sastras in order to establish the eternal religious principles for the benefit of everyone. According to the biographies or biographers of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they listed 3 major preaching achievements. He was so powerful also, well, before reading this, that the government, that when they will hear some impostors, like there's this Bhiksasena, what is that right again? Bhiksasena, Bhiksasena. Of course, in Hindi is different. Bhiksasena. Hare Krishna. Yes. That he would say he is Lord Vishnu, and he has 2 assistants, Brahma and Shiva also. And he had some mystic power. He can, like create some magic. That he would be cheating also the people, this Bhiksasena, that he will also say that this evening I will do rasa dance, and others who are fools, they will send their wives, they will send their daughters to enjoy with this Bhiksasena. That it reached the news to the government, the British government. And they cannot do others. They will send police, but they will be afraid, because if they go, they know that they can be in trouble. So fearlessly, they asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and fearlessly he went with plain clothes. Even the police, they were plain clothes. So he went there, and this so-called Vishnu, he already knew, oh, I know who you are Kedarnath. I know why you came here. Oh, this is some mystic power. We have also, even nowadays, that kind of personalities in India. Even, black art, black magic. So he says, why don't you come with me and see Jagannath, Lord Jagannath in Puri, the Lord of the universe. He says, no, I am the Lord of the universe. I can make you the king of India. He told that to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. I can make you the king of India. He said, I don't have any interest in that. Why don't you come? But then he criticized Lord Jagannath, this impostor. He told Bhaktivinoda Thakur that he is not king, he's not the Lord of the universe, he's just a maid of wood. It cannot be. So at that time, they decided to capture him, to bring him. And his family gets sick, actually, after capturing him, putting him into jail. There's a trial date that even at the time of the trial, the day and everyone gets sick, including Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And they were pleading to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, their father, to please release him, release him. He says, no, I will not release him, even if we all die. Even if we all die. And there are thousands and thousands of followers of this impostor outside doing a protest. So there was this one British also authority, and he knew that most of these yogis, so-called yogis, who misuse their power, that their energy and their power is stored into their hair. And during that time, the whole trial, for a few days or weeks, this so-called impostor, he was not eating, he was fasting. That he was so determined that he will be freed. But Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he gave him the final judgment to be imprisoned for like 18 years or something. So on the way out, his hair was cut. The sika, whatever, is there. And he collapsed, he fainted. Then they put him back to jail, and after a few days, he took poison. So he didn't last. That means he's not Lord Vishnu, not even Lord Shiva. A big imposter. There was another one who, there was a ghost who's residing in a tree, and he asked Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he asked one of the very pure in his recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam. So he commissioned him to be there and recite the Srimad Bhagavatam. After the recitation of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the whole tree also cracked, and the ghost left. So here, 3 major preaching achievements before we do Pushpanjali for Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He wrote 100 authorized spiritual books. He discovered appearance place of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Yeah, without Bhaktivinoda Thakur, there is no Yoga Pit. We will not be able to visit the Neem tree where Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took birth. Yeah? And he introduced preaching innovations. He's the first one who distribute books all over the world. Yeah? That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precepts, that one of those books were sent to McGill University in Montreal. And Srila Prabhupada also saw that book. But somehow or other, someone stole it. We don't know where it is right now in McGill University. He sent it to all different places. He revived, besides books and Bengali and English, he revives and explains Mahaprabhu's message. He wrote hundreds of poems and songs. Was that Gita Vali? Yeah, that's one of his compilations of his books. Of spiritual sentiments and sastric siddhanta, philosophical conclusions. So when he writes, he would put himself seemingly like a conditioned soul. The sentiment of a conditioned soul who are sinful, who really doesn't have love for Krishna. Especially that song, Hare Hare Bipale. Is that his song? Huh? That is a favorite song of Srila Prabhupada, Hare Hare Bipale. That's Narottam Das Thakur. But nevertheless, he wrote this Gopinath, Oh Gopinath. He wrote many songs that we sing occasionally, bhajan. And his worshipable deity is Gaur Gadadhar. Gaur Gadadhar, the birthplace of the Namahata. Namahata. He wrote a booklet also of a nomenclature of how one can execute preaching, distributing the holy name of the Lord. So we don't have enough 1 hour. There's so much to say about Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We just kind of like summarize most of his achievements. We didn't even read his childhood, his marriage, his studies. Okay, one last one here before we end it up. The title Bhaktivinoda. On Ishvara Chandra Vidyasagar's recommendation, Kedarnath Dutt, that is his the name given to him in his childhood. Took a job teaching at the Cuttack Government Secondary School, and shortly after, the headmaster's position at a school in Badrak in 1860. During this time, he wrote a book on the various religious institutions of Orissa, Mats of Orissa, which Sir William Hunter made much use of as a reference work in Orissa. Yeah, he has one book. He named it Orissa. He also wrote a work named Sri Chaitanya Gita under the pen name Satchidananda Premalankara. He was given the title Bhaktivinoda by the Sri Gaudiya Goswami Sangha on the 400th anniversary of Mahaprabhu's appearance in 1885. From this time on, Kedarnath Dat was known in Vaishnava society as Sri Satchidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur K. So we're not fasting today because we fasted also yesterday for today. In ISKCON, fasting means feasting. So we did 2 fasting yesterday, or 3 fastings. Ekadasi, fasting for Bhamana, and fasting for Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Well, we don't fast for Jiva Goswami. Prabhupada says we fast only up to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Because if every appearance and disappearance of the Vaishnavas is being observed, we'll be fasting every day, half day. Because there's always anniversary appearance and disappearance of Vaishnava. Yeah? I don't think we'll last here if he says all ISKCON devotees have to fast every day till noon. So we thank Bhaktivinoda Thakur by his prolific preaching. We owe him. We should be grateful. We should pray that at least he give us his mercy, even little kripa, to help us spread Krishna consciousness as much as possible. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur Ke Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
हरे कृष्णा.
धन्यवाद.
सब लोग पुष्पांजलि के लिए आ जाएं.
Just a second. What's that, Babu? Oh, sorry.
शुरू कर दें. सब लोग मेरे पीछे बोले हैं. ओम अज्ञान तिमिरांधस्य ज्ञानांजन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमः. ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमः। ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती इति नामिने श्रीवार्षभानवी देवी दयिताय कृपाब्धये कृष्ण संबंध विज्ञान दायिने प्रभवे नमः। माधुर्योज्वल प्रेमाढ्य श्रीरूपानुग भक्तिद श्री गौर करुणाशक्ति विग्रहाय नमोस्तुते। नमस्ते गौरवाणी स्त्रीमूर्तये दीनतारिणे रूपानुग विरुद्धाप सिद्धांत ध्वंतहारिणे नमः। गौरकिशोराय साक्षात् वैराग्यमूर्तये विप्रलम्भ रसाम्भोधे पादाम्बुजाय ते नमः। नमः भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते गौराविर्भाव भूमेस्त्वं निर्दिष्टा सज्जन प्रियः वैष्णव सार्वभौमः श्रीजगन्नाथाय ते नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामने गौरत्व से नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्ण भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। जयतां सूरतो पंगोर मम मंदमतेर्गति मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्भोज राधा मदन मोहन दिव्यं वृंदारण्य कल्पद्रुमाधः श्रीमन्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थ श्रीमन्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवा प्रेष्ठालीभिः सेव्यमानो स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपी गोपीनाथाश्रियस्तु नः तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हाँ, हरे कृष्णा। तो अब 3 बार पुष्पांजलि करेंगे, मेरे पीछे बोलें। नमः भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि। श्रील सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की सब लोग प्रणाम करें। नमः भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि। श्रील सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की सब लोग प्रणाम करें। नमः भक्ति विनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौर शक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग वरायते पुष्पांजलिं समर्पयामि। श्रील सच्चिदानंद भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर की सब लोग प्रणाम करें। हरे कृष्णा। तो जहाँ जहाँ पुष्पांजलि गिरी है वहाँ वहाँ से हटकर सब लोग पुष्पांजलि समेटने में सहायता करें। संसार दावा नलली ढलोका त्राणाय कारुण्य घन घन तुम। प्राप्त से कल्याण गुणर्णवस वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंद। महाप्रभु कीर्तन नृत्य गीता वादित्र माद्यं मनसो रसेना। रोमाञ्चकम्पाश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम्। श्री विग्रहार धन नित्य नाना श्रृंगार तन मंदिर मार्जनाद। युक्तस्य भक्तां चनियुञ्जतोऽपि वंदे गुरु श्री चरणारविंदम। जय हो। चतुर्वेदा श्री भगवत प्रसाद स्वादुन्न तृप्तान हरिभक्त संगम। कृतवो तृप्ति भजता सदैव वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम। श्री राधिका माधवयुरपारा माधुर्य लीला गुण रूप नामना। प्रतिक्षण स्व धनलोलुपास्य वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम। निकुंज यूनो रति केली सिद्धई यायाले भीर युक्तिर अपेक्षणीया। तत्रातिदाक्षात् अतिवल्लभस्य वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम। साक्षाधारितेन समस्त शास्त्र उक्तस्तथा भाव्यतेव सद्भिः। जय हो जय हो। किंतु प्रभुर्यः प्रिय एव तस्य वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम। यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादं न गति कुतोऽपि। ध्यायन्तवन्तस्य यशत्र सन्ध्यां वन्दे गुरो श्री चरणारविन्दम्। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुगवरायते। नमो भक्तिविनोदाय सच्चिदानंद नामिने गौरशक्ति स्वरूपाय रूपानुग। नमो भक्ति नमो भक्ति है नहीं प्रभुपाद का नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय प्रभुपदा 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 जय प्रभुपदा जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजक आचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमधीश डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणार विंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की नेत लीला प्रविष्ट ISKCON फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द होल वर्ल्ड श्रील प्रभुपाद की नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की, श्री श्री राधा पार्थ सारथी ललिता विशाखा गोप गोपिका, श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की, श्री श्री गौर निताई की, श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद महाराज की, समवेत भक्त वृंद की, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की।